King David, 20-minute book highlights. The secret history of the human reset, the Great Mud Flood of 1834, the 1587 plasma event, the biblical flood, and other historical reset theories by Donny Davis. Let's keep flowing like water, people. Just want to take this opportunity just to say it's great to have this opportunity now to be able to come forth to show my character, to show what I'm about, to show more people, the Israelites, who they really are. Do you understand? To show the secret societies which are hiding information from the general public who aren't part of secret societies, and for you to have an opportunity to understand the truth, so there's no confusion there. You understand? I'm going to keep on coming forth and just trying to help you to grow and grow together as a family. No one's better than anyone else. But we've all got something to bring to the table. You understand? And just don't take my kindness for weakness as well. Just to the wicked ones out there, man. Do you understand? Because I am the high priest of Israel after all, man. Okay. Buried buildings. Do buildings with partially buried windows and doors indicate there was a mud flood in the past? I think so, yes. We now know there was a mud flood that they were hiding from us. Is there evidence to suggest that a mud flood occurred in the past and caused buildings to be partially buried? Supporters of the mud flood theory point to old buildings as evidence of a global mud flood event. These buildings have their first floors buried about 6 to 12 feet underground, including windows and doors. The theory suggests that during the flood, several meters of mud washed in and buried the ground levels of buildings worldwide. However, mainstream history does not mention such an event, and they won't mention it because they don't want you to know the real truth. If you start putting all the puzzle pieces together, then you'll start to realise and come to the same conclusion as me and others as well. Okay, that this realm is ran by a small group of wicked elites, man, who are hiding information from us, and that's why I say we must come together. Why do we not hear about any such event in our history books, in the indoctrination systems? Because they don't want you to know, man. They want to hide it, man. It is not just the foundations of the building that are buried, but the windows and doors. Many buildings have windows at ground level. And if you are joining secret societies, say you're early on joining in, and then this information is presented to you through secret societies, it's going to make you feel like you know more than the average Joe. So when you're walking past people or socialising with people who may not be part of secret societies, then you're going to feel like you know more. They may be asking questions, you know the answers, but you probably won't be able to disclose this information because maybe that part of the information of that's hidden you can't say. You understand? But it's designed to enlighten. How could if you're joining a secret society, to be enlightened, some people want to join for different reasons, obviously, but some people want to join to be enlightened. You understand? But the Most High has enlightened me, and on proof I've showed the world the Most High has enlightened me. You don't need to join any secret societies, which is against the living Creator. Let Him enlighten you, man. Let Him send wisdom your way, man. Do you understand? Why it says it is not just the foundations of the buildings that are buried, but the windows and doors. Many buildings have windows at ground level. And I'll just put here my notes here. Theories are not proven, i.e. gravity. It's just a theory. The mud flood can be proven. There is more than enough evidence worldwide to prove this. Many buildings also have windows partially below ground level, as in the photograph below. These buildings often have a metal fence that surrounds the shrunken area in front of the basement, called a basement well or window well. Perhaps these buildings survived the mud flood that buried these windows, and the surviving population had to dig these windows out. Yeah, man, that's what happened, man. Let's believe. Architects argue that this partially buried design was common in the 19th century when basement spaces were used for storage or as living quarters for servants. The grating provided ventilation and natural light to the lower level while preventing people from falling in. However, supporters of the mud flood theory claim that this explanation is unlikely, as many historic buildings have bricked up windows below ground floor, which would be illogical to build. They believe that people did not purposely build windows or front doors below ground that would open to face dirt, just to brick them up later. Many people have found windows below ground that were bricked in after the supposed flooding event. Okay, on YouTube. Many buildings have first floor entrances that are raised from the ground level, as if the mud flood buried the first floor and the second floor had to become the new main floor. We'll have a look at the pictures after, okay, people, properly. Some historical buildings have steps leading down to entrances below ground level, possibly because new mud was deposited over the old ground level. Span over the pictures quickly so you can see. So we now know a mud flood happened. The old cities had great technology which they hide in this society now that we've taken over in. All right. Why are there so many windows and doors below ground level? Were they old-style basements? Supporters of the mud flood argue that building basements would have been hard work during a time before tractors or steam shovels. Large powered excavation machines such as backhoes and front-end loaders were not available at the time these buildings were constructed. Geologists claim that the mud can deposit in a city over time, but supporters argue that erosion is likely to occur naturally, and mud does not usually deposit that quickly over a couple of centuries. Although mud flood theorists contend that people had ancient technology that assisted the construction of buildings. Yes, they did, man. They claim building basements was not the style before the mud flood occurred. There are also buildings with complete windows and floors that seem like they were excavated during a regrading project. For example, there is debate between the mud flood theorists and mainstream historians regarding the St. Mary Magdalene Catholic Church in I can't pronounce that, if you could pronounce it for me, Nebraska. According to mud flood theorists, the church was buried more than 20 feet with mud, which forced the new inhabitants to raise the front door to its current location. Mainstream historians claim that the church underwent a renovation in the 1960s, during which the original structure was underpinned to create a new floor and entrance 20 feet above the ground level. The debate between mud flood theorists and mainstream historians, or historians of Babylon, who side with Babylon and pushing their false agenda, extends to many other buildings, where the excavation of land around them raises questions about the origin of their lower floors. Some believe the lower floors were newly built, while others argue they were already there and merely excavated due to road regrading or floor issues. So yeah, they're hiding the mud flood people in Tartaria and ancient technology, man. Okay, we'll continue this another time, people. All right, keep on the ground, keep being kind. Please go to Israel Zedek King David Ministry Facebook for the free truth pack and more testimony. Okay. All right, till next time, Shelly in and peace.